This 13th tale we're diving into, it's really grabbed you, hasn't it? As much as the secrets themselves, but the way they unravel. And thankfully, we've got these excerpts you shared, plus all those fascinating notes you jotted down. You were really pulled in by the atmosphere, weren't you? All those hints of a hidden past.
What's truly remarkable is how the story unfolds, mirroring your own deep dive into the material. We start with this letter, simply addressed to Margaret Lee.
Oh, you mean that one with the strange handwriting?
Precisely. It's written in this unusual, almost childlike script. Immediately, it piques our curiosity, just like it did the narrators. Who sent it? What's their connection to Vita Winter? So many questions right from the start.
It's like we're already caught in the mystery. And speaking of mysteries, our narrator, she's not just any biographer, is she? It's like she's got a sixth sense about old documents, like she can sense the truth hidden within them.
Exactly. She's drawn to Vita Winter, this famous author who's also incredibly mysterious. And for us, the readers, the intrigue lies in finally uncovering Vita's truth, that elusive 13th tale. But to get there, we have to delve into her past, into the world of Angelfield House. And let me tell you, it's a strange place.
You even described it as a character itself in your notes. Gloomy, unsettlingly silent, practically suffocating under all those layers of fabric.
You picked up on it perfectly. It's like the house itself is holding its breath, guarding its secrets.
And then there are the twins, Adeline and Emmeline. Their isolated upbringing, raised by that distant father and the unpredictable missus. It all adds another layer to the mystery.
Their bond, as you pointed out, is unlike any other. Adeline, the wild one, always stirring up chaos, a stark contrast to Emmeline, quiet and withdrawn. Yet they move with this uncanny synchronicity, almost like they communicate without words. A bit unnerving, wouldn't you say?
Definitely unsettling. Especially that incident you highlighted, Adeline's reaction to her reflection after finding those old clothes. She's terrified by her own image. It's as if she's confronting something fragmented within herself, a reflection of all those blurred identities that the novel keeps circling back to.
You've hit on a crucial theme there, blurred identities. It's woven throughout, makes us question appearances, motivations, even reality itself. Then there's John the Dig, the groundskeeper. He's fixated on those yew trees, shaping them into these incredibly detailed topiaries.
It's like he's trying to impose order on a world that feels chaotic and uncontrollable, kind of like how Angelfield is hiding all those secrets.
Precisely. He's crafting his own version of reality. And you picked up on his deep connection to the twins, how he yearned for that family he never had. But then tragedy hits.
Just as the plot thickens even more, a baby appears at Angelfield. Nobody knows where it came from, who its parents are.
Another thread in this tangled web we're trying to untangle.
We're practically lost in a labyrinth, each turn revealing a new puzzle.
Years later, Vita and the narrator, they return to Angelfield, frozen in time. And there, they uncover a hidden room. It's almost as if the house itself is finally starting to reveal its secrets.
Peeling back layers of time and memory. And with each layer, a new truth.
And as we dig deeper, we learn the shocking truth about that mysterious baby. It makes you question everything you thought you knew, doesn't it? Talk about love and loyalty. But just as some answers surface, more questions emerge. Emmeline falls deathly ill, her decline mirroring Angelfield's decay. And Hester, her past a complete mystery, becomes crucial to unraveling it all.
Well, you were like a detective yourself with all those old almanacs, meticulously tracing family trees, searching for any clue about Hester and Angelfield.
It's like those almanacs, and the novel itself remind us history's never truly complete. There are always gaps, missing pieces, stories untold.
And just when it seems we're closing in on the truth, disaster strikes. Fire engulfs Angelfield. All that remains are ashes and even more questions. Did anyone survive?
It's our job now to decipher those whispers in the ashes.
So many unanswered questions. What really happened in Angelfield? Who is Ambrose? And that fire, what was it, an accident or something more sinister?
And looming above it all, the biggest mystery, what was the 13th tale? What's the story that continues to elude us? These questions, they pull us deeper into this world of family secrets and half-truths.
It's like we're caught in that fire ourselves, trying to piece together the story before it burns up completely. You know, one thing that really stood out to me, I saw you underlined it in your notes, that bit about Vita's rule of three.
Oh, it's a fascinating detail, isn't it? She's so adamant about a good story meeting a beginning, a middle, and an end. But, like you noticed, the 13th tale doesn't exactly play by those rules, does it?
Not at all. It's almost like Vita's messing with our expectations of how a story should be told, wouldn't you say?
Perhaps she's suggesting that life, unlike a neatly plotted story, rarely gives us those clear-cut resolutions. The 13th tale becomes a reflection of how messy and complicated life can be, don't you think?
I do. Because then there's that note you made in the margins about stories having the power to both reveal and conceal. Vita's fragmented style, it's like she's sharing her truth, but also guarding it at the same time.
Precisely. And her own life story mirrors that duality. For instance, she mentions her book Tales of Change and Desperation. Originally, it was supposed to have 13 stories.
But it was printed with only 12 because of that error.
Exactly, a missing piece echoing all the other missing pieces in Evita's past. This idea of incompleteness just keeps popping up, doesn't it? It makes you think about all the gaps and silences that shape how we understand history, maybe even ourselves.
And then there's that detail about the rare first edition of Tales of Change and Desperation, the one that actually have all 13 stories.
It's like finding a hidden treasure that whispers to us about a different version of events, a hidden truth.
It reminds us that even in a world overflowing with information, there are always alternative versions, hidden truths waiting to be discovered.
And that brings us to the heart of the search for truth. Just like you meticulously combing through those historical records, the narrator, she's driven to uncover the truth about Vita, about Angelfield, even about herself.
And she's incredibly persistent, even when she hits dead ends, encounters misleading clues. It's like something deeper than curiosity is driving her, as if it's something that resonates with her own life, her own story.
And that's where things get really interesting. The line between the narrator's journey and our own as readers, it starts to blur. We become just as captivated by Angelfield, by those whispers of the past still echoing in the present.
Right there with her, sifting through those old documents, chasing down every lead, feeling that thrill of the hunt.
But as we venture deeper into this world of secrets, we're forced to confront a question. Can we ever truly know ourselves? Or are we forever shaped by those hidden stories, those unspoken truths lingering in the shadows? It's like the story itself is this powerful force drawing us into its depths, making us confront the murky waters of memory and how we perceive things.
And to feel so pulled into a story that it starts to bleed into our own subconscious, blurs the lines between what's real and what's fiction.
Precisely. And that blurring extends to the characters themselves. Vita, she becomes almost mythical, alluring, and unknowable all at once. And then there's Ambrose, shrouded in mystery.
He's like the embodiment of a secret, a whisper we can't quite catch, a shadow always just out of reach.
We try to grasp his significance, but he slips away. Just like the 13th tale itself, always tantalizingly out of reach. It speaks to our human need to make sense of the world, to find patterns, make connections, untangle those mysteries hiding beneath the surface.
We're hardwired for stories, for finding meaning. And the 13th tale, with its fragmented structure and these ambiguous characters, it becomes like a puzzle box, daring us to piece it all together to create our own version of the truth. We're putting together this huge puzzle, but some pieces are missing, and the picture itself keeps changing. But that's part of what makes the search so captivating, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Just when you think you've found a pattern, a connection that brings you closer to the truth, the story throws you a curveball, keeps you guessing.
That's true. No, there's this one part that really stuck up. It's where Vita says how stories can be both true and untrue at the same time.
It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? Gets at the heart of memory and perception, how our own biases and experiences shape not just the stories we tell, but how we understand the stories of others.
Exactly. And the 13th tale, with all its different narrators and timelines jumping around, it really highlights that idea. Like the novel itself is a tapestry woven from different threads of truth, each one contributing to this larger, more complicated picture.
And just like you have to really look closely at a tapestry to appreciate the details, the 13th tale makes you work for it. It doesn't just hand over its secrets. You need patience. You need to pay attention.
It's the kind of story that stays with you. You know, I was looking back at your notes about the ending, and you seemed especially struck by how much is left open, all those unanswered questions.
Well, rightfully so. The ending isn't about giving you easy answers. It's about making you think, consider different possibilities. It lets you draw your own conclusions.
So it's not about being right or wrong. It's about engaging with the story, even if that means questioning and interpreting.
Exactly. And that's what makes this novel so powerful. It turns you, the reader, into an active participant. You fill in the gaps, use your own imagination to create meaning from those fragments.
So we're all writing our own 13th tale in a way.
Precisely. We're co creators, taking those threads and weaving them together with our own experiences, our own insights. And that's what makes the 13th tale so rewarding. It lingers, it makes you ask questions about yourself, about the nature of truth, about how stories shape our entire worldview.
It encourages us to be comfortable with the unknown, find beauty in those incomplete parts, and recognize that sometimes the most captivating stories are the ones that lead you with more questions than answers.
And we finally close the book. Those questions stay with us. They become part of our own narratives, shaping how we see the world and where we fit in.
So, what will your 13th tale be? What truths did you uncover in this story? And how will they shape your own life's narrative?